Welcome back again to Talk Football Live. We're going into match week 34. And since the last time we were here, so much has happened in this,
Yep.
just this few games, like so much. We've gotten two confirmed, teams relegated. City have since gone top of the league. Chelsea have fired their manager.
Thank God.
Man U is still on vacation, you know.
Mm.
But anyway, so much to cover, so much to cover, so much to cover for now before we look at the rest of the season and look at predictions for match week 34. So we'll start off with that big game at the weekend. Arsenal visited Man City, and as everyone knows, Arsenal lost. City have since beaten Burnley to go top of the league. Yudi, welcome back. We thought we'd bring you back for a recap. How are you feeling?
I feel good. It was never today, but we got over the line. Clearly, Rodri is a miss, and hopefully, he's not out for too long.
I don't share your hopes, but okay. if there was any good that came out of that game, it was the fact that you guys were missing Rodri for a little bit. I don't think it'll be too long though, but I'll take as long as I can get.
But how can you really bring Rodri into it? I mean, you didn't concede. You just didn't score
But
goals.
we looked shakier than usual. We weren't in control. For Burnley, we should have been in control. And even the later stages against Arsenal, when he went off, it started to look shaky. For a game we should be comfortably, winning based on the
Okay.
chances we had at that point in the game. So
Okay.
it was we got over the line for both games, but we have to figure something out before Sunday, or yeah, we play Saturday, before Saturday, and most importantly before Everton the following week.
Right, right. So I think for me, for Arsenal, very disappointed because I really, really wanted to beat you guys. Like I wanted to win that game. I didn't even want to draw. I wanted to win that game, and Pep, Pep is just my nemesis at this point because Pep will not let me be great. But it is what it is. As Arteta said after the game, it is a new Premier League now. And essentially, what that means is if you look at the table, right now, I was telling you before the recording started, it's like we're going into a 5 match mini series of the Premier League, right? Is whoever can come out tops in these last 5 games. So if you had asked me, or at least
And
as we
score the
always
most
say,
goals.
if you had asked me at the beginning of the season, would you like to be joint with Man City for goal difference and points by April 22nd? I'll probably have said that's probably not a bad place to be. So now everything that we've done has gone out the window. Everything City has done has gone out the window. City fixed their issues. We had great patches. We've been on a bad run of form. It now comes down to these 5 games, right? Who can do it better? So for me, as an Arsenal fan, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
good way to put it. I agree with that. For the Premier League, yes, it's five games aside. How do you navigate them?
Yeah. Um, let's come over to Charles real quick because I think a couple weeks ago you told me you had, pretty much you were done for the season. You were just, what's
Coasting.
what's the word? You were coasting. You were just looking to see how the rest of the season goes. You you had become an observer. That's the word I was looking for. You had become an observer. Does that change now with your senior man's firing? Do you think
No, no.
things will change? Okay, you're still
The
an observer. Tell us more.
the only thing that changes is I'm now happily observing. Oh, yeah. I wasn't happily observing before because I was like, there's really nothing to observe. Most 9 out of 10 you know what the result is going to be. But now I'm like hopeful that maybe the guys will put in a little more challenge, play better, maybe I can enjoy the game a little bit more. But realistically, I know we're not getting relegated. I know we're most likely not going to be in Europe next year. That's fine. Let's start from scratch, which unfortunately we've been starting from scratch a lot recently. But the only thing that matters to me right now in all this is who they hire as his replacement. I'm going to enjoy the remaining 5 games or 4 games, whatever, and just, move on to next season. Start again next season. But who they hire to replace Rosanel is key. They can't afford to get it wrong. They just can't. I was talking about it earlier offline. If you look at their track record, you came in and fired the Champions League winning coach. Maybe because your vision for the club is not the same time as his vision for the club, whatever the reason is. You hired a mid-table team, a coach on a mid-table team. You think someone who's been 10, 7th, 8th all his career will suddenly come to your club and, because he's coaching Chelsea, you rise to the top. It doesn't work that way. So Graham Potter came and he was fired. Then Lampard came, which that was a gamble. Yeah, ex-player, legend. You never know what he knows because he's worked with the best managers in the world. I didn't really approve it because I felt it was just too early in his career, in my opinion, his coaching career. That failed. Then Pochettino came. His issue was not lack of experience, but lack of results. With how long Poch has been coaching, I believe he should have more trophies. So I didn't expect much from Poch, but he did good. He took us to 6th, right? Which was good. Took us back to semi-Euro Conference League. Then they brought in Maresca, who had just won the Champions League. I'm not Champions League, Championship, but had little experience under a very, very solid, the best manager in the world right now, Pep. 2 to 3 games in, I saw that this guy knows something, maybe inexperienced, but he knows something. And he showed. He won 2 trophies. Took us to 4th, back to Champions League, and he won 2 trophies. Small trophies. Conference League and Club World Cup. Now, things started happening in the background based on all the news that broke after he was fired. It was more about a power tussle, an ego tussle. Like, let this guy work. You don't have to micromanage him. This is not a 9 to 5. It's not corporate America. Let the guy work. Judge him on his results. You understand? If he loses the game, and results don't mean results to me. Results about where you end eventually. Not when you're losing 5 games in a row, anyways. Like Rosanel was doing. But at some point, you lose 1 game today, you draw tomorrow, you win tomorrow. You're having a shaky period. But you just finished the season with 2 trophies and got the team back to Champions League after a couple of years. Give him space to work. You understand? But there were a lot of things that went into it about he was talking to Man City, the fact that he wanted more experienced players to be signed, which everybody has been saying, but he goes out to the he's not sharing our vision kind of thing. Then you fire him. So the 2 main coaches, and by the way, the 3 coaches who challenged their philosophy, Tuchel, who was a Champions League winner, Pochettino is experienced, even though he's not trophy, but he's experienced. That's why they fired him. After getting fired Pochettino, right? Maresca, who just won 2 trophies and took you back to Champions League. So it's like you expect someone to succeed, but you don't want them to demand from you. Because no coach wins the trophy and just goes into the next season with the same team. They demand players. Slots won the league and look at what they did in summer. Even though that didn't go well, but hasn't gone well so far. Summary is, these guys wanted someone who couldn't challenge them. But the thing is, in Chelsea, where Chelsea, the history of Chelsea is, you got to win trophies or else you're out. Roman made that clear. You understand? Now, these guys have that logic of you have to win, you have to win, you have to win. But you also have to bow down to authority. You also have to work what you are giving. You can't challenge the bosses. All that is a problem. You can't get both. So if you're going to get a top-notch coach, he's going to challenge you. Because to get results, you can't tell me not to be involved in transfer dealings or choices of players you sign, but you want me to win with the players you give me. If I need a player who is good with his left foot, and you sign me a player who is good with his right foot, it doesn't matter how good he is with his right foot. I don't need him. I need someone who's good with his left foot. So if I demand something and you can't give me what I want, but you want me to give you the result you desire, it doesn't work that way. Osimhen deal couldn't go across the board for several reasons. Magnan, his deal couldn't go across the board for several reasons. These guys haven't gotten a shared deal since they got the club in 2022 for several reasons. Whatever vision they have for the club, whatever way they think the club should be run, it's not it. It's not right. It's not working. So the point is, I'm fine if I had Rosenio. I knew that was going to happen from the first time. So when the rumors were happening, who is Rosenio? What has he done?
That's funny.
You understand? So I knew it wasn't going to last. I didn't think it was going to be this short actually, but I knew it wasn't going to last long. Now he's out. See, it doesn't matter. There's only one thing that matters: who you hire. Because if you hire Iraola, hire Marco Silva, hire Thomas Frank, these guys won't challenge you because they don't have the resume, the pedigree to challenge you. If you hire Mourinho, who is a 3-time Champions League winner, he will challenge you. If you hire Pep, if you hire Klopp, these guys have won leagues and have won. If you hire Enrique, why did Enrique get the job? Enrique interviewed for the Chelsea job before Marisa got it. Why did Enrique get the job? The point is, you can't hire someone and tell them how to do the job. You just can't. You can't just let them do the job. And part of them doing the job is them demanding players from you, demanding quality from you. Right now,
So, but do you think that's going to change though? I mean, I know you.
So here's the
Okay,
thing.
so it's more of the same.
It could change depending on who they hire. It could change. So, because people talk about
How can it change though? Because it doesn't sound like they're gonna pick anyone experienced. They haven't done that during their time, right? And you just said if they do hire someone who is experienced, it's likely to be someone who challenges them, which they don't seem on board with.
So something's got to give, is what I'm trying to say. Something's got to give. The point is, if you hire someone who is not experienced and you want to be top of the league, Champions League level, all that stuff, you're not going to get that. If you hire someone who's experienced, the person can give you that, but not to give you that, the person will demand something from you. So something as someone has to, the ego has to be pushed aside and someone has to bow down. So at the end of the day, the likes of club, I mean, if you hire someone who has never won a top league, I'm talking Spanish, Italian, English, or who hasn't won the Champions League, preferring someone who has won both, then you are not serious. And at the end of the day, this whole philosophy of buying quantity over quality, I mean, it's not rocket science. You don't buy quantity and expect results. You buy quality to get results. And you can't keep doing it. To answer the question of it's not going to change, then that's insanity. It's doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Do they want to win or not? If they want to win, change. It has to change. It's not that complicated. Get someone who has won the league and has won Champions League and let him work. Give him a chance to have a say in transfer dealings. Give him a chance to. You just have to get. You can't get all the players, but give him. If he gives you a list of 10 players, at least get 4. So the point is, it's not rocket science. If you get Iraola, we are just wasting our time. If you get Marco Silva, we're wasting our time. These guys have been in average clubs all their lives. Nothing's going to change.
Wow.
So enough about my rant, but it's not that complicated. Get someone who knows the job, who has won, and let him work. When Enrique interviewed for the job, I was shocked they didn't give him the job. Actually, I wasn't that shocked, but I was disappointed.
I actually think Iraola. I think Iraola would be a good fit for you guys, though.
According to Charles's philosophy, you need people who have won things. Let's do a quick recap, right? So, like I said, City and Arsenal at the top now. You can see their goal difference same, points same, healthy gap between Man U and Villa battling for those European places. And we've since gotten Burnley and Wolves confirmed. So that City win today confirmed Burnley's relegation. Forest and Leeds managed to pull away with some really good results. So I think it's coming down to Spurs or West Ham. we still have 5 games to go, so maybe Forest might still get pulled in. But I think Leeds are looking very safe at that 40-point mark right now. That's
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
historically the point at which you're considered safe. So it's now Spurs, West Ham, and maybe Forest that are battling for that last point to get in there. So that's where we are.
It's funny. It's funny to see Spurs and West Ham struggling for relegation, man. Those are two elite EPL
Yeah,
teams.
big London clubs.
Yeah, big London clubs. Yeah, so that would
Yep.
be interesting. And I suspect it's going to be one of them. I honestly think it's going to be one of them.
It will be. It will be. That's
Spurs and
that's my
who?
thought as well.
West
Unfortunately,
Ham?
Spurs and West Ham. Yeah.
Yeah.
and Leicester got relegated to League One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big shocker for
Winning
me
Premier League.
because you win the
Yeah,
Prem and then you're
ex
down two
ex
leagues.
ex EPL winner. Wow,
I
that's
know.
deep.
Very, very.
Yeah. I mean, so we're looking at those European spots now. Villa and Man U, I think, are securing their spots. Liverpool is, they had a big result over the weekend as well, so they're trying to secure that place. Chelsea,
Leave Chelsea out of this.
currently the worst team, even worse than Burnley. I was telling UDL before they played City, I was like,
Yeah.
there's almost zero chance of them beating Burnley because they're the worst team, at least in my opinion, at the
That
moment
was a
in the league. But I was like,
disaster class this last two
Chelsea,
games. You
Chelsea
guys,
is
you guys
trying to
had
back
hope to
them very
draw the
hard.
Man U game, but to lose both games in the manner that you did, especially the Brighton one, that was so shocking.
Yeah. I think the
I
Man U
wasn't
one
shocked at all,
people
though. I thought you guys were shocked. If you remember that last video we shot, I told you guys that Chelsea was not going to win Man U. I was so
No,
sure.
I backed Man U to win it, and I backed it to be a close game,
And
which it
and
was.
even after that game, I was so sure they were going to lose their next game. You see, I know when there is chaos internally. Sometimes it's not always all about, oh, I'm playing Brentford.
About the
I'm
team or the
playing.
players, yeah.
Yep.
If something is messed up on the inside, trust me, man, it doesn't matter
Yep.
who you are
It
playing.
shows.
You be playing Grimsby for all you care, man, and
Yep.
you get chopped
100%.
Yeah.
because I
And the
I
way
know this from experience.
the way it's looking now, right? Brentford, Everton, and Sunderland all have a game in hand. Depending on how they do in their games, Chelsea could be 11th at the end of match week
Yep.
34. That's where
Which
it's
is
looking
fine as
now.
long as
5 straight losses, no goals scored.
we'll be fine. We'll be back next year. Don't worry, guys.
You say we'll be back.
This season is over. Wrap it up. Wrap
You,
it up.
you see, you're the one that is sounding like Arsenal. If we used to say Arsenal Netflix next season,
Yes,
We're
who is
you are
saying
brothers.
that
sounding
now?
like Netflix, so
We're
Charles.
brothers now. We're brothers. We have to rub off.
Oh goodness.
We are brothers.
Man, what's going on with your club? Yeah, I think you guys are you're coasting to like Charles said, you guys are just coasting into Champions League.
Those quick
Is Kyrie
guys.
getting the job?
Yeah, I don't know if he's getting the job, but I think if he finishes in that third place and he solidifies it well, I think he has a good chance of winning the job.
You think it
Again, like I
matters
said,
how we get to the
I
top?
think it matters too, man, because I think United is definitely trying to play football. They're trying to compete, not just win. They're trying to compete well, and they also they will definitely want to bring the team back to the elite status that it used to be. So, in order for us to get there, we have to cover all the grounds. We can't just come there and
Yeah,
be that team that struggles and win 1-0. I mean, look at Arsenal. Arsenal is getting a bad name and bad reputation for that. Everyone is insulting them for scoring 1-0 and using corners to win. So we don't want that kind of football. We want to win and we want to win well. So that's the kind of football we're looking for. And I think Carrick is showing that pedigree, but like I said, he needs to finish strong for him to be able to convince the management that he deserves the job. And
But
I
does he
wish
need to finish strong to convince you, Susan?
does he need to what?
Finish strong to convince you.
Yeah, he needs to finish well to convince me. He needs to finish well. I think,
I
and
mean,
it's
he'll
good
finish in the top.
momentum.
He'll finish in the top three at this point. Like third
Yeah, he
position.
will. He will. But I don't want us to struggle. I don't want to see struggling performances, like just barely winning. I want him to win convincingly because playing in the EPL is not going to be easy, man. And to win this league, you need to be able to beat those mid-table teams and convincing them to say yes. And I think that's definitely one thing Arsenal struggled with this season. So
Pressure on Arsenal, by the way, this weekend.
So, Sensei, do you think Man you have a shot at winning, or is that coming? Is that coming too soon?
That's a good
what's
question.
that?
I don't know if
What's the
you
question?
heard my question, Sensei. Do you think you guys have the chances at winning the title next season, or is it coming too soon?
I think it's going too soon, but I think you see a different Man
Because
U. And I
Man
think
U,
Man U back in the big picture. Man U back in the big picture would definitely cause a lot of chaos in the table. So which means the likes of Arsenal and City will need to buckle up. You know, I mean, to be honest with you, if you look at all the games that we've lost this year, you know, taking away all those Amorim foolishness, I think United would have been in a very good position without saying, you know, if not for all those stupid games that I felt like we could have won them if we had this manager that had the right idea that needs to be implemented. So, and I'm seeing Carrick coming here to grab a possible 26 points out of 36. I think it's been a good return for him in the EPL. So yeah, so I think next year we definitely. I'm not saying we're going to win it, but I think we're going to cause some disruption. So instead of it being like a two-way, you know, horse race, I think it's going to be more of a mixture next year, and I think it's good for the league for teams like mine to be back in it as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah.
If not Carrick, who would you pick?
If not Carrick, who would I pick? Very good question. If I can't get Carrick, I think I want to definitely get a manager that is obviously still young, energetic, brings that exciting idea. I wouldn't mind, like I wouldn't mind the Beaumont coach, man. I wouldn't mind him. I think he would be
Iraola?
Yeah, Raul. I wouldn't mind him. I think he gets it. He understands how to play high intensity football. I like the way Beaumont plays. You know, they put pressure on people. They move quick, pretty fast. So I think him having the disposal of that kind of talent in his hands, he can definitely do some damage, you know. So as a manager, so I wouldn't mind having him. You know, the reason why I wouldn't want Luis Enrique is because I feel like Luis Enrique is just going to be a far-fetched. You know, we are reaching out for an elite club, which means number one, we are going to have to pay to break his contract. Then
he just signed a new contract, so he's not even.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That even if you even try to bring someone like that, it's going to be just too much for United. So I think right now having a manager like Raul would be a good replacement. I think it's the only person I can think at the top of my head right now. I can't think of anybody else that would be a good replacement. I think the Brighton coach would also be a good replacement. I like him. I think he's a good coach. He's talking about Diego Simeone from Atletico. Nah, no, Diego Simeone his football is too structured, and I think United might not benefit from that. You know, I don't think United needs that anymore. I think Simeone there will be a lot of clash. With his personality, I think there's going to be a lot of clash. It's just a more fancy Van Gaal, man. You know,
so just one more thing. Funny thing is, I actually think the structure thing will help the Chelsea players. So I wouldn't mind.
Yes. That might work for Chelsea. I think Chelsea is built, and that's because of the Mourinho DNA. Mourinho built that DNA in Chelsea to always have structure. You know, for you guys.
That's old Chelsea.
But if you really think about it, though, it still kind of like lingers into the way you guys are supposed to be playing. Because you know when Chelsea started trying to play all this fancy football, that's when you guys started having this problem.
Yeah.
You know, that's when you guys are actually having problems when you want to play. But when you stick to your structure, have your main guy who is going to hold the ball, and you know, but you now want to have too many people doing too many things at the same time, and I was like, this is not what Chelsea is known for. I think somebody like him might be good for Chelsea to build that structure and give you guys that direction that you need to go forward. Just having too many people do whatever, having the likes of Garnacho dance with the ball multiple times is just for me. It's a no-no, man. It's a no-no.
Just one more thing, since you mentioned Iraola and Brighton's coach, Otzler, that's his name, right?
Yeah,
There's
Fabian
actually
Hassel.
one EPL manager that I actually, if I were to pick now, I mean, it's not Ateta or Pep, done those guys, but of course, Pep is who I'll pick if I were to pick. But if I were to pick, there's an EPL manager right now that I think I actually like. It's Unai Emery. I would take Unai Emery.
Yeah,
If I have to
At
pick,
Chelsea.
I think he would be a good coach too. But we've seen him at Arsenal before.
it was how long was he at Arsenal? Unai
Yeah, for a
Emery's
season and a half.
Unai Emery's
we saw him there, and he had an opportunity. That's the thing. He had an opportunity to coach an elite team, and he didn't make use of it. So if you look at
Emery
Emery's
has been
track
at both
record,
PSG and Arsenal. I don't think Emery is a good fit at top clubs.
yeah. Some people just don't. Some people are just good for. Some people are good for.
Wait. Since you are saying yeah, but you are calling Iraola, you think Iraola is a better fit at top clubs than Emery?
Yeah, I think he has to. Raul has not had the chance to coach an elite team. He has the potential, and I'll take a gamble on it. I've seen Emery with an elite team. He didn't do anything. It's like you telling me to go and hire Moyes again. I'm not going to hire Moyes again. I've seen him with Man United. He didn't do anything. So just because he's doing something with Aston Villa doesn't mean he's going to do something with Arsenal. Well, I've not seen Raul with a big team before, so I have a feeling that he might be worth the gamble. There's something I've already seen and I already know the outcome already. So that's what I'm saying.
Man used to want to gamble. Please gamble. I like it.
No, but I don't think we're going to take that. I think I'd rather gamble on character. There's no point gambling on those guys. Just gamble on character. If you're going to gamble on those guys, man, so just hire character. That's what I'm saying.
All right, let's turn our attention to game week 34. Few games coming up. We start this Friday. We go again, just a day's break.
Wait, Ayo.
Yeah.
But before you do that, you don't talk about the top club in the league right now. UD has probably has something to say about his club.
He did. UD, anything to add?
Yeah, I just give a little preview. I mean, Rodri is the goods at this point of that City team. It's clear to see. Without Rodri, we struggle. Like I was saying last time, without Rodri, the team is subpar. We're not at the level to be afraid of, is how I'll put it, right? We're contending for everything. Like I said, Nico Gonzalez kept us in a competitive state to this point, like till January, where we ran the machine again. But Rodri being out, hopefully, it's just these two games where is literally championship sides, right? Southampton is in the championship. Burnley just got relegated today. Hopefully that's it. And somehow we cross the line. The team is believing, all the new players. They've tasted silver where they're hungry. They're fighting for every ball. Nico Riley is still being phenomenal, right? One thing I'll say about the game today, I was scared when I didn't see a CDM in the lineup. I was legit like, what, Pep is doing it again. I mean, our only saving grace was that it was against the relegating team like Burnley, but we can't take anybody for granted. I think Pep being Pep, he wants his players to shine, but I think he also had an eye on the weekend fixture because we play Saturday, not Sunday. And Wednesday to Saturday is pretty short. And Nico Gonzalez, hasn't had match fitness. So I think he was more like, don't take the risk to start him before he starts making mistakes up and down the field. So he tried to use his best 11, which is what I thought, he did, is he put his best 11 out on the field and was like, let's see what they do. O'Reilly played CDM. That's new. He's played in the midfield, but not as the main CDM. Today he started in the main CDM position, and we were shaky. We were shaky the whole time he was in that position. We have good people who can hold the ball. Bernardo Silva, Cherki, it's hard to get the ball off of them. It's hard for them to lose the ball. But in the moments where the ball was in transition, he's no Rodri. He won't close down as quickly as either Rodri or Nico Gonzalez. He misplaced a few passes just because he's in a part of the pitch that he's not usually comfortable in. So no more experiments. If Rodri is not fit, Gonzalez has to play. It's that simple. So my hope is Pep doesn't pull a Pep and give you guys a chance to come in. And my hope is that the pressure of now you have to win is win or go home. The
Yep.
pressure of you have to win will
Yep.
get to you guys and somebody like Newcastle, somebody like Bournemouth, somebody. Well, you guys already played Bournemouth, sorry, Crystal Palace. Somebody show up for you guys, and do something. So we'll see. We don't play Premier League for another week,
10 days.
so
Yep.
you guys play twice before we play. Don't choke. That's all I have to say. Don't choke.
Hey, at this point, it's down to the players. They know what the mission is, so go and execute. If you can't, then you don't deserve the title. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Don't choke on the bottle. That's what we're saying, man.
Yeah.
Don't choke.
At
And,
least some
and
of us
in
see they
between
drink
those two
comfort.
games that you guys play, you play your first Champions League leg. So game management, player management, all these things that Teta has to
Yeah,
think about.
yeah. Don't worry, players are coming back. We got it. We got it. We got it.
This is the plan. This is the period where there's no excuses, man.
Yeah, no, there's no excuse, man. No
We
more
don't care.
excuse.
Playing five
But
games.
can I ask one question though? Can I ask
Other
one
guy
question?
playing 90 minutes. Saka and Timber should be on their way back. We'll figure it
So
out.
when do you think
We
when do you
have
think
to.
Saka and Timber will come back?
I expect. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I thought they would be on the bench for the weekend. They weren't. I think I said that on the last recording. So I don't know. At this point, we'll see when they show up. Hopefully, they've gotten another week now because we didn't have any games during this week. So between Sunday and Saturday, hopefully that was enough time to get them back. I'll see if they're on the bench or if they make the starting lineup on Saturday. We didn't expect. I personally didn't expect Odegaard to play 90 minutes. So hopefully Odegaard is back fit and available, and we can start to get him back because it has and he actually created chances against City, right? Because I think that has been a thing against him. Our attack just flows so much better when he's available. Even when he's not creating chances, his ability to hold on the ball, he does the kind of thing Bernardo Silva does for City, right? It's just he holds onto the ball in that final third, and other players know all they have to do is move, and we're not in danger. Like there's not that panic of, oh, we might lose the ball, or oh, I need to now make myself available for a pass. It's now I can just look for spaces and just wait for the guy to help us move the ball around. So that's the difference when he's available and he's fit. Our attack just moves a whole lot better when he's available.
Yeah. So
Saka too is very good at ball retention. He hardly loses the ball. So we miss that as well when Saka is there. When Noni is there, not Noni is exciting, but he's not patient enough to hold on to the ball and wait for the right moment to release. That's
Yeah.
when Noni's maturity needs to come in. So those are two big players we're missing. Again, not an excuse. It's down to these 5 games. It's not like we're out of it. They
yeah.
have
So
these 5 games to go show that they can do it. That's it.
one thing I want to say about the game last weekend, right? You see, my analysis before the game was you need players that can put pressure on our defense. And how did you guys score? Putting pressure on the goalkeeper, right?
Yep.
Which was my point with starting players like Gabriel Jesus. It's not because he's the most talented player in your squad, is he doesn't give up. He doesn't give up dead balls. He doesn't give up anything, right?
Mm.
And that was the game that you guys had to play. You had to be dogged and stubborn for anything that looked like a careless pass or a back pass,
Yeah,
right?
but Gyökeres and Kai are both very good at that, and they offer
Your
more than
Chris
the
is not
English is
as
offering at the
fast
moment.
as Gabriel Jesus or Kai Havertz. I'm actually proud of Ateta for starting the lineup that he did. I think
I was shocked he started Havertz actually.
is that you know what?
I was I was surprised he started
I wasn't
Havertz. I was
surprised.
really
That's what I
surprised.
I
expected him to
wasn't.
do. I expected
Yeah,
him to
I
make
wasn't.
a
It was the right
change
choice.
and I expected him to put pacey players. And that was the game. The game was put pressure on City's backline because mistakes can happen and try and transition quickly, which is why Odegaard was in the team. Now, I didn't know how he was going to
Yep.
be able to fit 3 out of the 4 players I mentioned, but he used Odegaard. But I think tactically there was still something that needed to be done. I don't know what it is. Maybe invert Odegaard to play behind Rice and Zubimendi or something like that, so he can actually pick the passes and the
In
pressure
my
doesn't
preferred
doesn't go
lineup
up.
at the moment, I would actually start Odegaard beside Rice and bring Kai in into the 10 and play him as more or less a second striker with Gyökeres or maybe Jesus or someone else.
Yeah, that's possible. I can see that. But for that game, That was the game plan, and it
Yeah.
almost worked, right? See the chance Izzy had, see the chance
Yeah, it was fine
that
margin. I
that
think we
Havertz
hit the bar
had
twice.
that went just over the bar.
Yep.
So it was a good game for Arsenal. I think it was a good game for Arsenal. I think it was a good game for City too, but I think it was a
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
game for Arsenal. It will be disheartening to have not, taken something from the game, but I think for Atletico Madrid, you guys are eyes open, right?
Newcastle
Newcastle,
first. Newcastle first.
well, I wouldn't put all my eggs in the Premier League basket still because you're still there.
So
Oh. I'm not saying you're
you
not there, but 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 Premier League is so random. It's so random. It's like, and you could have a game like you did last weekend, right?
Which is why you must not take your eyes off the ball.
Not last weekend like City, the weekend before, where some
Mm,
random team just comes
Bournemouth.
and pops you. But
Exactly.
Atletico Madrid is two legs and you're in the final of the Champions League. I would prioritize that
yep,
with everything in my squad because it's the same team and I get to play the Champions League final. That's a big bonus.
yep.
But I think that could backfire though on Arsenal.
I wouldn't do that.
I think it could backfire, man, because
Yeah.
if they do
I
that
would.
and they lose more players to those games, yeah, that is definitely going to kill their EPL chances. And me
Yes, but
personally,
that's what they say.
But here's the thing:
He's
if you mess up
sacrificing
one game in the
for you.
EPL, you pretty much know it's over.
Yeah.
Whereas with Atletico, you could maybe still lose a
You could
leg
draw
zero
one and
one,
score one
or you
zero,
could
and you're
draw
in
one.
Champions
Yeah,
League final. Like
exactly. So
you could draw 0-0 and score
I
one
don't think it's
goal.
time to prioritize and start looking at Atletico now when Newcastle is
Not
struggling.
now,
yeah,
not
I
now, but
think
when
I
it
think
comes
focus on
around.
Not now.
EPL.
It's just I actually agree with you, D. I think because see it this way, you can win your next 5 games and still not win an EPL because City scores 1 or 2 goals more than you. But
So
for
are you
Atletico,
going to say because of that you're not going to try and win your games?
You would try and win
You're
your
going
that's the
to
games,
point.
prioritize.
but you
You're going
won't
to prioritize the
sacrifice
Champions League.
your best
Okay, so here's the
players
thing. Here's the
in
thing.
order to do
If you
so.
must bench Odegaard and Saka, if you must for one game, would you be Newcastle or Atletico you bench them for?
It would be Atletico because there's the second leg against Atletico,
Yeah,
and
but
Atletico
that's the problem.
come to Emirates.
If Atletico beats you 3-0
It's
first
over.
leg,
You
forget the
have
second
to
leg.
at least get a draw
If
in
Newcastle
Madrid.
beat us this weekend, it's over.
But that's the thing. No, it's not
It's
actually
not.
because Pep can also lose. Pep can also
We are
draw.
playing
It's
Newcastle,
not.
man. That's a tough game, man. That's
It's a tough game
It
for
is.
Arsenal. It's a
It is.
really tough
But
game, and I
It's a
won't
tough
put all
game.
my
this
eggs in
weekend is
that
not
basket.
over.
Is what I'm trying to say. I will
yeah,
play.
I
very
agree.
tough
I agree
game.
with you. UCL number
Oh
one.
no, they have to put all their eggs in
Newcastle
that
beats you
basket.
this weekend. Doesn't mean Pep will not lose a game or draw a game following weekend or something like that.
Mm.
The point is, you have 5 games. You can afford to lose one, draw one,
No, I don't
and
want to.
win 3.
Thank you.
You don't
I
even
want
have
to
to
win it
afford to
No, I
lose
know,
on the
but you
draw.
can
My
afford
my
to.
thing
But
is just make sure your
City
players
can
are
drop
fresh
points.
enough for the Champions League game. Because
I
if
agree.
they are not fresh,
It's
you
just 2
you you
games.
lose you
Yeah,
lose very cheaply.
we'll
It's
make
that
sure it's
simple.
4-0 against Newcastle by 68 minutes so we can take them off. That's
Yeah,
the plan.
That's another.
yeah. And Newcastle are aggressive, right? They have big, strong, aggressive players that will match you in set pieces. That's the
But they're
fear I have for
struggling. They're
Yeah,
them.
but
struggling this
those
season.
guys, sometimes
Newcastle
they
is
play
struggling
without
this
brain.
season.
Sometimes they are aggressive, but they will still
They'll
concede.
concede.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I remember
They
the
lost
first
their
But the
captain
aggression
though.
I'm talking about is like scare of injury and things like that. So that's the
They lost
fear I
their
have.
captain though. Bruno G.
Bruno G, yeah,
He's
They lost their
back. He's
captain.
back.
he's
So
back. He's
that's been a
back. I
reason
think
they've been struggling. He's been out since February, but he made a substitute appearance in their last game. So
the
he's
second
back.
Bruno. He's not
All
number
right,
one.
I
Number
think
two.
let's take a look at
United should go and get
predictions.
him.
Let's take a look at
We can
predictions.
replace him with Casemiro, man.
Yeah, greedy man.
Sunderland kick us off this weekend against Nottingham Forest. I'll start with you, Yudi. What's your prediction for this game?
Uh, Last weekend I was hoping Sunderland and Crystal Palace would do a clean sheets type of game, and it was 4-3 with Crystal Palace winning in the last minute. Sunderland
That
are
was a crazy.
typically good at home. Nottingham Forest have been on form. I will see Sunderland trying to keep a clean sheet again. I would go for that 0-0 again. Let's see, because they're defensively they're sound. That's what I'll
Huh,
go for.
I doubt that, but okay, let's see. Let's see. That's a prediction.
I doubt it too.
Charles, Fulham
Fulham
Villa.
Aston Villa. Ah, with the way Villa is playing right now, they struggled in the last game. They just like the Sunderland, Nottingham, Sunderland, Crystal Palace you just mentioned. They just made it like this. But I think they will beat Fulham. So Fulham can now vex and beat Arsenal. See where I'm going with this? But in all seriousness, I think Villa right now, I think what Yudi is saying is what Unai Emery is doing right now. I think he's putting more focus on the Europa League than because he knows he can't. There are two ways to get into the Champions League next season. That's the trophy he's going for. Make Champions League. Win 2 games, 3 games, like you mentioned, or win a couple more. And I think the 3 games may be easier. And he has the experience. He has the pedigree of winning in Europa. So if this game is going to be shaky, but I think he can still scale through. If it's a draw, I'm surprised, but I'm giving it to Villa overall.
Okay. Villa win. Cincy. Liverpool against Crystal Palace. Liverpool are trying to cement that Champions League spot.
They
You
better.
think they get it?
We've left it for them.
I mean, to be honest with you, Liverpool, you just never know which team will show up. You know.
I know, right?
I won't be surprised if they lose.
Wow.
They win
They've been winning though, but yeah, Crystal Palace have
but
been a thorn in their flesh this last few months.
yeah, so I won't be surprised if they lose this one. Yeah, it's a tricky game.
Was that your prediction?
Yeah, it's Crystal Palace. I'm saying I won't be surprised if they lose to Crystal Palace. Yes, I want to think Crystal Palace can win this game.
Wow, Palace win. Okay. Yudi.
Yeah.
West Ham Everton.
Same thing last weekend. I picked West Ham to score 1 goal. They pressed that whole game. It was 0-0. Everton have been so strong, but West Ham have built a defensive character that I think is good. So I will try again for West Ham 1-0. I want them to stay in the Premier League. Yeah.
Against Everton?
I want them to stay in the Premier League 1-0 West Ham. They've been playing well defensively.
Yudi is doing the opposite of what I do, Ayo. He's giving us what he wants, not what he knows would happen.
I mean, it's not impossible. They've been playing well, so it's not impossible.
Have you seen the way Everton is playing? They will beat them, man.
I'm seeing the way West Ham is playing too. They drew against City. They kept a clean sheet the last game out. They've been keeping clean sheets, so they're okay. They've been keeping games tight, very, very tight. So I think they want to stay in the Premier League. I think they are showing the character to do so. They have this guy that always pops up and scores goals and puts pressure on defenses. What's his name again? This England player again.
Bowen.
Jared Bowen. So
Bowen.
They do okay. They do okay to stay in the Prem, and I back them to do it.
Charles,
number help them get there. So draw 0-0 or 1-0, but I want West Ham, and I think they'll do it.
Okay. Charles, number. Sorry, Wolves and Spurs.
You said Doma.
Yeah.
Deserve. I think Wolves will get a win this game because I think Spurs will get a win. No, I mean Spurs. Spurs will get a win in this game because 1, Wolves, they have nothing to play for. 2, I saw the way Spurs played their last game. They didn't win, but there was fire, there was hunger, there was passion. I think if they bring that against toothless Wolves, you'll get a result.
Hunger and passion. Okay.
Don't forget the fire.
And fire. All right. Lots to watch out for in that game.
Yeah.
All right. Over to you, Cincy. Arsenal against United. Another big game for the title chasing Gunners. Will they bottle? Will they bottle it, or will this be a win?
I learned a new word today. It says "atet." It means to drink from a bottle without a cup.
Boy,
wow.
Will Arsenal attack this game? Is the question. I think it's a big game, but because Arsenal is playing at home, I will give them this one. I expect them to win this one. And they know what is at stake. Honestly, me personally, if Arsenal does not win this game, then I will know that you guys are useless. Like you're officially useless. I never want to argue with any Arsenal player again. Like, if you guys don't win this game, forget it, man. You guys don't even deserve anything.
I think we should all predict this game.
Why?
Because it's Arsenal.
What does that have to do with anything?
These are the title contenders now. Probably gonna win the league this year.
Okay, so you want to give us your prediction. Okay, what's your prediction? Since you want to share.
I want to hear all our predictions. I think if Bruno G plays, just like Sisi said, Arsenal was at stake. Newcastle was at stake too. And we know how the whole league is ganging
What's
up.
at stake for Newcastle? There's nothing at stake for Newcastle.
That's not the point.
They're not getting into Europe. Yeah, so I don't know what.
Yeah? I think.
I mean, Eddie Howe doesn't want to lose his job. That's at stake for Newcastle.
That's at stake, yeah.
Okay.
I think he's under pressure. You know, it's a Saudi club.
You know, like I always say, Ayo, what I want and what I predict are two different things. I want Arsenal to win, don't get me wrong. But I predict
you want Arsenal to win.
But I predict a draw.
But you predict a draw. Okay. Did you want to add a prediction too, or is it just Charles that wanted to share? I felt like I needed to let Charles get that off his chest.
Yeah,
Newcastle Arsenal.
Please judge.
I think it'll be very close. 1-1, 2-1, that kind of game. Arsenal will do everything in their power to win the game. Ateta will be extra sharp. He won't want to let the heads drop ahead of the Champions League game. I can see Arsenal sneaking a win out of this. Just because, it's two losses in a row. Nobody wants to set a trend. Yeah. Domestically, 4 losses in a row. So he would want to do something different.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
No, I think Arsenal will do enough to win it. It'll be tough. They might even give them Ojuro penalties just to keep things interesting. So just be watching.
one would corner, it's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, like I've been saying all season, I don't care how we score. Even if it's his own goal, I'll take his own goal. Hasn't scored for us in a while. I need own goal to start scoring for us again.
That guy is desperate.
Anyway, Trey. All right, I'll give you the last one. You do. Man U versus Brentford. Do we see some?
Brentford haven't lost a game in the month of April. I think just like
it's a good game.
So well. Man U, they've shown us is like off and on. So I back Brentford to get a draw out of this game.
Cincy, do you agree with that? Or are you vehemently against that prediction?
We are winning this game. United is winning this game.
This is not true.
We are bubbling right now. We are bubbling. We're bubbling.
You know you guys are struggling low-key.
Don't find him. I love the optimism.
Who's struggling?
Man, you now. You lost the game.
You have 2 wins in your last 5. I don't know if you've noticed.
That's what I'm saying. It's off and on. It's not
lose, win. I think the next one looks like a draw again, following that pattern.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think we are picking it up. We are winning all our games for the rest of the season, man.
Wow. You mean you guys will finally do the 5-win streak?
Yep,
Chelsea did the 5-loss streak before you guys.
Yep, that's how
it will be the best time to do it actually, Sensei. Let that guy wrap up the season before summer and cut it.
I'm telling you, everything works out. And works out. You know that song. That's exactly how it's gonna work out, man. It's definitely gonna work.
Arsenal fans don't sing that song,
You don't worry. I've told you I will be happy this season regardless. I will see you, mate.
But let me ask you something. Let me ask you something.
Don't ask me anything.
What is your confidence level right now with your team? Do you think you guys can get to the finish line with the way things are? What is your confidence? Are you confident that you guys can do this?
Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing that I have to admit, right? We're coming up against a City team that has won it, 5 times in the last 6 years. Yeah. And Arsenal is a team that haven't done it in over 20 years with a manager that hasn't ever done it. So I feel they need to get it over the line and it will start to click. Will it be this season? I don't know. Will Arteta be there after this season? I don't know. If they can manage to do it this season, then it will continue. If they don't, we'll see.
So
I think Biodun said it best a few weeks ago, right? The team has to go ahead and do it without the fans, because for the fans, we've been in this position for a long time, and there hasn't been that confidence. Like a UD would say, "Oh, it's Pep. Pep knows how to do it." I can't come here boldly and say, "Oh, we're going to do it," because it's not based on facts. And I like to banter and argue factually, which is why sometimes when people are bantering us with "you bottle this, you bottle this," I'm like, we need to look at the facts. It's all good to banter, but the facts are the facts. And for me, the fact is we actually haven't done it in a long time. It's a manager who has never won it. So can they get over the line? They have to prove that to the fans.
So now my final question for you now is: in a situation where Arsenal does not win the league, right?
Mm-hmm.
How does that affect the club going forward? Like, do you see them firing Arteta for this? And how does it affect the team psychologically and mentally? Because I feel like Arsenal not winning this league, knowing the fact that at some point they were like what 10 or 12 points ahead, and it came down to this, because they would look back and say we caused this for ourselves.
Again,
It wasn't like
factually, we've never been 10 points ahead this season.
was it 9?
We were 9 points ahead while City had a game in hand. So you can say we were 6 points
I
ahead.
beg you, give me hand. Is it win? Is give me hand the win?
Look, here's the thing.
It's not a guaranteed win now.
It's not a guaranteed win.
9
right?
points ahead.
And that's what we like.
You
That's
just
why
say as we almost draw the game today. I beg.
But the difference
Oh wow, they kick you out too.
He was about to lie to us.
I knew it was about to yarn something that the internet was
to piggyback your question, Cincy, do you actually think if they don't win the league, they should fire Arteta?
I don't think so, because I think that would be a very, very dangerous move for Arsenal, man. Because Arteta has already, I think Arteta is one player away from actually becoming a very dangerous team. He's one player away. I'm telling you, people don't even understand.
The rumors are Bernardo Silva, but
he's one player. When I mean one player, he just needs to get his own. Like I said, even if he has a striker that was on Thiago's form, but he needs to get it. If you can get like a player like that can at least give him consistent goal scoring form, I think Arsenal will be a very, very dangerous team.
But that's what he did. He got Gyökeres. Gyökeres has not done it this season like that.
That's not the guy. It's not the man. That's not the man. He's too stiff. It's too stiff, man. It's too stiff. What is all this? Are you a villain? What's all that?
No trophy. He has no trophy. Speak no trophy.
Oh my god.
He cannot do it. He's not the player. But I believe that if Saka can come back next season and they can look around this year, and who knows, they might even go and buy that Thiago guy from Brentford.
To answer your question, I think you posed the question just before you guys lost me. To answer the question of what happens if we don't win the league, I think they will go again. I know people want Arteta fired. I've been asking for Arteta for a replacement. The question is who comes in that is of that caliber. If they can find that manager, bring that manager in. It's for the same reason that you yourself said at the start, right? When you were talking about Chelsea. There's a reason you don't want Iraola. There's a reason you don't want a hotel at Chelsea. I want someone who has one. I've been asking for Zidane. I know Zidane is not coming, but that's who I want. So that's the thing. So I think it's going to be very hard for them to fire Arteta. I think they will go again over each season when they've come second. They just go in the summer and they try to build a stronger squad. I think that's what's going to happen. We'll get rid of some players like Jesus and Trossard, and they will see how they can improve the squad and try to go again. Until the Pep leaves, the rest of us we are just battling for it.
Let me give a crazy prediction. Before the season, I predicted Arsenal was going to win the league, but just a twist to it. What if Arsenal don't win the league but win the Champions League? How would you feel, Ayo? Would you be as happy as you would have been if they had won the league? Or would you be happier?
I would. I personally want the Champions League.
Over the
I
Premier
would
League?
rather. Yes.
You're one of the few. Most Arsenal fans I talk to won the Premier League.
I think
they never won the Champions League.
See, here's the thing, right? When we get into all this banter and all this discussion of you haven't won it in 22, I'd like to remind you guys, Chelsea too haven't won it in 10 years. Man, you haven't done it in
And
13 years.
yeah,
It's
it's
Pep
9. It's
time.
9 years. It's 9. Correct yourself. It's not double figures yet. 9 years.
2016. I mean, was it
2017.
27?
Yeah.
Okay, it will be 10 years next year. The point
But
is,
it's not 10 yet.
it's Pep's era, so it's hard. We've never won the Champions League before. And as I always tell you when you're bantering us, that's the only banter that you can banter me where I will actually feel it. The rest is irrelevant. I always remind you people, no team has gone undefeated, even with Pep's
No, if
winning.
we
No
think
team,
we have to, you only have
the
to.
last time we won this Premier League, we did it without losing a single game all season. No team has done it in this current era. So for
That's
me, the Premier
fine.
League is
Have
not
you
as
done
big
4 in a row?
as a deal. What?
Have you done 100 points? To draw games is not a
So
problem.
yeah, you can add all those other ones. Oh, you haven't done 100 points. Oh, you
But
haven't conceded 15 goals.
even with your undefeated,
But
you
we've
guys still
won
don't
the
have
league.
the best defensive record, though. So it's a
Yeah,
very
so now you're getting into
tricky.
little records. But to go the whole season
Now I get
undefeated,
into.
yeah, you're getting into semantics. So you haven't
I
done
mean, semantics is
less than
semantics,
50
man.
goals.
That's why you want
Oh,
to
you
be
haven't
playing
scored
it. Do you
100
have
points.
trophies
Oh,
or
you
do you
haven't
not have
scored
trophies?
100 goals.
City and UD.
The
City and
Champions
UD. I have a
League,
question for you guys.
like that's a solid trophy. You can say, oh, you don't have that. And again, the
Yeah.
banter and say, oh, you haven't won an European trophy. That's not factual. We have won
Yeah.
European trophies. We haven't won the Champions League. So you can banter me and say we haven't won the Champions League, and I have no defense to that. Right?
And if you win
So I
it, we
would
say you
rather
have
take
one,
that.
we have two. So there's still banter to go on. But I have a question for you guys.
Until
City
then,
and UD, which one do you think will break the internet more? Arsenal winning the league or winning the Champions League?
Champions
Winning the
League.
league.
You
Winning
think
the
so?
league.
there you
If
go.
Arsenal beat Bayern or PSG, the noise will be
No.
loud.
Arsenal winning the league will break the internet. Trust me.
But winning Champions League. City, they've never
Arsenal
done-
winning champion. Think of who they will be playing to win the Champions League.
Winning Champions League will only earn them respect. Winning the league is going to be breaking a curse. Two different things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're going spiritual. No, you're going spiritual.
Nah, I'm not going spiritual. Arsenal winning the league is going to be a completely
Yeah,
different
I
story.
just been smiling.
No, I think the Champions League
Arsenal
is the
winning.
biggest
Arsenal winning.
The
guy
fact
just
is
is
they've never won the Champions League.
Yeah,
But come
there's
on,
all
bro.
this banter of your body
But
button.
if
I
you
would
look at
rather
Champions
be in
League,
the
right?
conversation now where there's a chance of us winning. I don't know if it'll happen. But I'm telling you, there were some
but if
dark
you
days.
look at
Charles is
Champions
going
League,
through it now. I don't think he realizes how bad it is. But I remember those years of 2016 to 2019 where I
We'll be
was
back.
I
going through
remember
in the
very well. It
conversation.
was dark. It was dark for
It was
Arsenal.
dark.
We'll
It
be
was
back,
dark.
don't worry.
Until you're
After
back.
the darkness comes the light.
yeah,
That's
Charles
it.
doesn't even know what they are getting into.
He
You don't know
doesn't
what
know.
you're about to get into. You think
See, bro,
this
I told you
issue,
guys.
they're going to resolve it with new coach? No, I don't
Until
think.
the new manager is announced, I am not sweating.
Bro,
I'm not
trust
stressing.
me.
But that's the thing. Your
Trust
problems
me,
are
your
deeper than just
problem
a new
is
manager.
going to
I
carry over.
know.
You are
Chelsea
carrying
fans
this
don't realize
problem
that,
over
and
to
I'm
next
okay with it.
season.
No, I know.
Let me tell you,
But the
Charles,
point is, we still need to get it.
Charles, let me break it down to you. You are
Break it
going to
down.
carry this problem over to next season. The worst part is you are not even in a World Cup summer. That is the worst part.
What's about it?
So, because you are not going to have time to prepare now.
You
All
have
those players, all your players are going to be playing international football. Half of them are
No, all
going to
of
be coming
them.
back tired.
Garnacho will stay home.
Eh?
Guys, the fact is this. I understand what you guys are saying. But my own point is, I have to worry about what I can control. You understand? As of right now, I understand sporting directors have their issues, the owners have their issues. Would they change their philosophy? We shall see. But I think a big part of changing their philosophy is determined by who they hire as the next manager.
But I'm just trying to advise you, as
What's the advice?
as somebody who is coming out of this same predicament you are about to enter. I'm telling you right now. Temper your hope down. Temper your hope down. This thing is not going to resolve this season. We are going to carry over this walla to next season. Trust me.
And this season is over now. This season is over.
And I'm also telling you that next season is not going to get better. It's only going to get worse. Trust me. I know how.
Well, actually, I think about it.
That's sounding like a curse.
I'm saying
it's going to get worse for you guys.
My response to that is based on who they hire as next manager.
You're almost like you go to get Iraola, which I
We
feel like
continue. Then I'll agree with you that the Wala
I feel like that if you get him, then I think that things might improve for you. You might be okay. You might be okay. You might be okay. But I'm just telling you, that just temper your hopes down, man. This issue.
That's what I'm saying. You're not understanding. Right now,
it is getting close to the roots. The roots.
No, right now, my hope
of your business.
There's no hope. When they announce the next manager, then I can decide if there's hope or not. For now, I'm good. I'm tempered as possible. Like, I'm not even thinking about until the next manager announced. No, you're not going to hear anything from me. Now, when they announce the next manager, who the manager is will determine how I react. Hire me a club. Oh, I'll be excited. Hire me a Diego Simeone. I'm hopeful. Hire me a Raola. No. Hire me Marco Silva. No. And I keep mentioning those two names. Those are the names I saw on the news. Raola, Marco Silva.
But those guys are not going to come to Chelsea now. Klopp will not come to Chelsea now.
You don't. So that's the thing.
He will not come.
No. Hold on. Since he will not come. Hold on. Let me tell you something. Wait. Why would you come?
Yourself.
Why would you come? Why?
Why will he come? To come and do what?
Why would he come?
To come and do what? Do you think Klopp and your owners, do you think they will jive in the same environment?
That's what I'm trying to make you understand.
Dude, go and read. Someone has to back autobiography. Go and read his autobiography. When he joined Liverpool, look at all the things. He asked them some certain questions before he joined Liverpool. And he said if Liverpool could not meet those standards, those check marks, he doesn't want to belong there. He doesn't want to.
That's what I'm telling you.
And Chelsea,
you're saying what I'm saying. I am saying, so since you hear me out, tell me out. I agree with you 100%. What I'm saying is, until they hire the manager, I don't have any say. Like, I'm not hopeful. I'm not thinking of anything. I'm not even thinking of anything.
Even after they hire the manager,
if the manager,
don't hope. That's what I'm telling you. Don't hope.
Manager, something good will happen.
Papa, forget this one way they talk, man. Who be the top level manager that won't come? Who is the top level manager that wants to come to your team right now?
Top club, Diego Simeone, Luis Enrique, and
you think Luis Enrique and Diego Simeone will leave their beautiful team and come and
those guys? They like new challenges. They like new challenges.
This is not CMO. This is not video game.
They like new challenges.
They like
is that not what the manager used to say? I want a new
challenge. Like peace of mind.
Nah. These guys don't like peace of mind, though. They don't like challenge. They don't like peace of mind. They like peace of mind.
Nobody wants to leave their club and come and coach Chelsea, man. Not now, man.
You'll be surprised. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, Cincy.
All right, last point, and then we'll wrap up.
But there are ways to convince people to join.
You don't pass money now. Spend more money.
I'm just gonna say, you complain about them not being able to sign a shirt sponsor. You really think they'll be able to close the deal on the high-level manager? And on that note, maybe by the next time we're back here, we'll know who the next manager is for Chelsea. Yeah, maybe. Have a good week, guys. Thanks as always for joining.
Hopefully.
Thank you. Good luck on the weekend.
All right.